Well, downward and onward. There is no time now to return to the Moonlight Alcove as before, as the stars already urged you on. Everyone's ready to make haste for the nest of Trieste. I wonder if that's going to lead to people getting exhausted. Oh, summoning sickness. It's only happened like once so far, right? Bulford approaches as you fly above his hidden lair in the Moonlight Alcove. You cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return there. Our dear alcove. I've asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone. If it isn't already, we shall not be returning. We've not the time to do so anyway, and with Orlek back among the living now, and no longer fond of me, I dare not think of what he would do with it. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all this is over, those of us who do not manage to return, we shall have to find another place to live. To try to live, at least. I hope the plan works out. Oh, the pressure's on. So I'm running out of people. Here we are. Highwing Cove. Bertrude spots a landing spot here where you can pursue vocations. Piso expresses interest. I kind of want to round up some vocations because we're running out of chances. Oh, no one to talk to in there? Not yet, at least. Sure. After having reached the sweltering confines of the Highwing Cove, you volunteer to survey the grounds. You prepare to head out. However, your companions beat you to it in this case. We shall circumnavigate the area without thine aid. They depart, leaving you to rest up. When they return later, with nothing much to report, you are feeling better, and are in the midst of deciding which vocations to pursue. Oh, now we have dialogue. From Bertrude. You notice Bertrude studying the Beyonder crystal. She sets it down as you approach. The mouthy wraith rebunketh our attempt to summon her. She insisteth that we are too young to understand. She must be referring to Sandra. It seems that Bertrude may be able to invoke her. Stubborn, that one. Possessing of an ancient understanding, olden ways and olden times. Many centuries of history, knowledge of the 8 scribes themselves held captive there, within that green-tinged stone, within that wraith's own memories. Would that we could extract them in some way. Perhaps thou couldst introduce the wraith's obedience, reading one, for she heedeth not. She claimeth obligations unto only thee. He stops and thinks very carefully. The Beyonder crystal is not to be tampered with. Your fellow exiles know that its use is your sole discretion. She backs away from you, still thinking to herself. Ignorest thee our inquiries about this reading one. Our reasoning has taken us elsewhere. Her refusal to cooperate is like to be an ancient warning of some sort. It's possible that others of the southern bogs know something of her, but we shall not be tampering further with such sorceries ourselves. That the wraith refuseth to cooperate suggesteth her predicament is suitably deserved. He heads out in a huff, but just as the air grows still and quiet, you sense something from the Beyonder crystal. Mouthy wraith, she says. Can you believe it, reader? Ah, to be so young and foolish again. Sandra the Unseeing laughs to herself. Your proximity to the Beyonder crystal must have been sufficient to invoke her in this case. That crone of yours is far too curious, I think, but it appears that even she has learned her lesson in this case. Thank the stars, I am beholden to no more than one among you Nightwings at a time, and thank the stars that happens to be you rather than her. And if that crone attempts to lay her fingers on my Beyonder crystal again, I shall just have to torment her dreams till she's my age. Do feel free to mention that if it comes up. Now farewell. You know where to find me, lovely reader. She vanishes. It seems Sandra proved resistant to Bertrude's tampering. If so much history is trapped within the Beyonder crystal, then there it shall remain for the foreseeable future. She spoke! She spoke! Not that we'll get much more out of it, but she spoke! She never speaks. I think I finished her storyline, maybe. Mentoring, studying in private, or foraging. It is tempting to forage for resources sometimes just to see if I can get some more money. But I think maxing out vocations should be a priority. If I can. This afternoon you feel especially drawn to the Book of Rites, and find a place to look upon its words. Through greater understanding comes the Raider's influence. +1 presence. We're going to study the innate mystic power. The texture of the pages of the book, the foreign bindings, despite the volume's age, it shows so little sign of wear. At times, the power emanating from it almost overwhelms you. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Tenacity, rank 2. Everyone has +2 speed, presence, and hope now. Next, we can work on glory. If I get the time. The Nest of Trieste. Ah. Barker. Very tempting to lose against Barker on purpose. Just to ensure that the next team I face off against is someone I'd prefer to face off against. Although the two worst ones are kind of out of the way at this point. Alt? Everyone, I beg you, please forgive my rudeness here. The black wagon has shuddered to a stop en route to the Nest of Trieste. There is some commotion as the lone minstrel motions for everyone to be still. Someone is there, along our path, ahead. He points in the distance. However, when you scan the horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whomever the lone minstrel referred to. Still, he indicates caution. Strange. I do not believe I was mistaken. A tense moment passes. Then another. Then the lone minstrel tenses up. Our guest, he is there. You look towards where he signals, and then, at last, you see the cause of his concern. There is no mistaking who it is. How? How is Orlek always showing up whenever I go after Barker? Again? Orlek stands there, near motionless, atop some forgotten rock jutting from the leaves and branches a fair distance away. He stands directly on the path of your black wagon. Yet, he shows no sign of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something. Likely for you all. The lone minstrel gets your attention quickly. Reader, what do your senses tell you at this time? Orlek may have come with ill intent. What shall we do? Press forward, turn back, or hail him? Let's see. It's true. Conflict outside the rites is forbidden, so maybe we should avoid him. We do have a right to go... We can go around him, or hailing him. He may be here to talk. It'd be really ideal to try to hail him, but it probably won't work out, but I'm still inclined to try. Or like maybe here to talk. If you reach out to him, perhaps you can communicate in peace. Seems unlikely. But let's try it. There has to be a way to reason with Orlek. Bridge differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate. Perhaps you are correct. Let us try and make contact with him then as we proceed. You give the signal for the drive imps to start the wagon and head toward him. But just as you reach the point where Orlek once stood, it seems our guest has already departed. Let us remain watchful as we proceed on course. Indeed, Orlek is nowhere to be found. What is going on? The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip. What is going on? Your wagon finally arrives at the Nest of Trieste, where still there are no signs of Orlek, or your next adversaries for that matter. Companions organize a quick search around the premises, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rite's commencement. What if Barker disappears or something? Oh my god. He's on the wagon. Something is wrong. Something is here, alone with you. You can't click on anything like this. Can't go on the doors. Orlek seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whether he has noticed you, you cannot tell. What he is doing here, and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. You watch him go about whatever he is doing, examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gathered on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets, this wagon, is most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am unwelcome here, it seems. In my own wagon. He directs his gaze at you, acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, a mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? Wants to know my connections to the Nightwings. Reader, friend, no one, nothing. No one. Little consequence. Just be explicit about being the reader, perhaps? I'm sure if I say that I'm the group of... I'm sure that if I say that I have their friend, that results in him being like, friend. I'll tell you about them having friends and stuff like that. Let's say that I'm the reader. You tell them that your role among the Nightwings is as their reader. You have traveled alongside them for some time and bear the book together with the others. You are a fool then, reader. You let them use you willingly. Relay to them a message for me, Shadow. Tell them, I shall have my night. He strides right past you toward the door, and then turns to you again once more. I shall have my night. Then Orlek is gone. Huh. Nice fellow, right? Several of your companions return as you exit the wagon. You explain what happened. However, none of them saw Orlek. Most concerning, reader, though I am thankful you are well. Orlek. He always was a peaceful individual, and yet his disposition is much different now. Perhaps we had best inspect the wagon for any signs of tampering in light of these events. You and the others conduct an exhaustive search in and around the black wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. The search yields nothing. No one finds any sign of that anything was moved or tampered with. Even the drive imps seem calm. The incident leaves you questioning your own recollection of what happened. You try to clear your mind, for the Rite is soon now to commence. Great. Orlek's gaslighting me. Hey, you guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns, likes frowning, stuff like that. Something happened there, or what? Heard a crazy story, she just flew on out of here, or something. Anyways. Oh, what's that? Typhoon bottle! Talisman, when the bearer's triumvirate is banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. Ooh. That's pretty neat. So you just move in slow motion when all of the enemies are out of the field. Neat idea. I might just be done going to the store. I do want to save up for that, kind of. +1 hope. Even though it's only for one character. I kind of just come by to talk to him, honestly. Well, I guess maybe I should pack up for the day. I kind of just like talking to Ron. Alright, I might throw the match. It might be a reasonable strategy. Barker, how are you in 3rd place? I might want to lose to Barker, then try to win against Chastity if I can. Some of it depends on whether or not I even get to have a proper, do I get to have a proper, Liberation Rite again? I'm getting the feeling that sooner or later, I think Orlek's gonna be, who we face during a Liberation Rite at some point. And, logical story progression structure would suggest that perhaps that the, Orlek would be the final boss fight of the game, perhaps? The final Liberation Rite you get to face off against? And if that was the case, we don't know how many more might be left. We just know that it's getting shorter and shorter, so like this one or the next one, or the one after that, like, could be our last proper Liberation Rite against one of these guys, because Orlek might replace them in the final round, much like how they replaced Barker last time we tried to face off against them. So I think my goal is going to be to lose against the dissidents, then if I get the opportunity, I'll try to win against chastity to bump them down, and that makes dissidents the liberation rite foe, which they're the most harmless people to let go free, because he's just a troublemaker that would he's a thrill seeker that got in trouble for urinating in public. That's like, oh no, that's what life sentence, you better get him. Like, what the hell? It's like a misdemeanor at best or something. I don't know, that gets treated weirdly sometimes. Like, I know that in some countries or whatever, it's treated as, I think including mine, I think it's treating as technically as being a sexual offense, which, I mean, I guess is technically true, but that mostly just involves implying that it's so much worse than it actually is, as far as, like, the things that it couples it with by association. This could give me a chance to finally unlock Volfred's first ability, so I can see what his damn tree looks like, 'cause I still can't see it. His skill tree, not his body tree, because he's a tree. Once more, you've returned to the nest of Trieste, and your companions stand ready beneath the still sky, awaiting the commencement of the rites. You overhear some of their words to one another as you await the signal in the stars.
Mazutirias?
You said we have to face the dissidents tonight? Chizo is trying to get Faye to look up at the stars. Just then you observe a glint of star... There's the song! There we go. That theme... I remember when this theme caught me by surprise when the game started. I'm like, holy crap. This is not what I expect any song from Darren Korb to sound like, let alone this setting. Just then you observe a glint of starlight, and it begins to shine above, and your companions soon fall silent. I gotta say, in a fantasy game, this is the closest I've heard to a song that sounds like the music I usually listen to. I love when the layers flow, and it's great. Tattered Mantle. After your adversaries grasp the orb, their auras slowly shrink rather than vanish. Weird. Oh, so they'd be temporarily effective again. They could still fend you off for a little while. Star of the Imp Titan, once slain by the traitor Kael'mur Ropecaller.
The infamous Reader returns, along with his remaining retinue of miscreants. You managed recently to rid yourself of yet another one. Your adversaries, the dissidents. As with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom. They shall not make it any easier from here.
I just had the thought. If Orlek happened to be the next... Oh, if it works out that way, that'd be great. So if I can get Dissidents to be my next opponent in the Liberation Rite, and then Orlek maybe replaces the next one as like a final boss fight, if that does end up to be like when the ending comes up, then I would have pretty much succeeded at my goal of trying to make all of the remaining enemies be people that I wouldn't mind losing against. So obviously, Dalbert going free, sure. Barker going free, sure. Orlek going free? There's a justice to that. Him finally getting to go free after having earned it twice. And I don't think I was ever given a reason to think that I should fear him generally. He's just mad. But like, he's just somebody that just wants to go free again, and now it's obviously spiteful towards the Nightwings, but that's not really an overarching reason to be afraid of him outside of that context. Wait, did he say anything about sabotaging the plan or anything? I don't remember. Maybe I'm skipping over something. The adversaries whom you were to confront, when instead you had your run-in with Orlek, have assembled on the opposite side of the clearing, and their pyre burns bright. Barker emerges from the ranks of the dissidents and calls out to the rest of you. Now where's that big old demon when you sicked on us last time, eh, mates? That was a downright dirty trick. As we were real keen on sinking our teeth into you. Got to give it to you, though. My pack and me, we didn't think you had the guts to play it raw like that. Now, we're gonna have to get a little payback. We was thinking here, The dissidents seem to be all more determined to prevail against you now after Orlick denied their chance against you last time. That's interesting. I assumed that was a scripted sequence that was going to happen at that point in the story, like X number of matches after the last Liberation Rite, like that exact point in the story no matter what. So, based on that, they must have made separate dialogue for every character. Like whoever you happened to choose for that one. Interesting. They're all curs. And one of them has a big ol' aura. Who shall besmirch the Nightwing's name? He's getting awful spiteful, ain't he? Oh, I could have sold Jadariel's horn. I forgot. Because she's gone. And I could have sold it, but I didn't. I screwed it up. Give you a chance to rank up. You would rank up as a result, but you also might get Resurrection Sickness. Although that might not be that bad because you would be back in time for the Liberation Rite at the very least, if I need you there. Let's actually get you back in there. There we go. And then we'll get you in there so you can hit rank 2 finally. And then you are about to hit rank 4.
Tizo. If that is all, then.
Tizo's fired up and ready to take on the dissidents. Been itching for another go. Let's have it, mates. Tear him to shreds.
Now begin. One careless step. The Nightwings are first.
Strong start. Surprisingly long, strong start. We gave you that one, mate. Come on. Let's see you try that stunt again. I might as well fight them for real a little bit because it gives me a chance to practice. Douse without passing the orb. Oh. Well, that's unlikely right now. Oh, I'm dead. Everyone's dead.
Glory to the scribes.
Well, now I want to get that score. Douse without passing the orb. I can do that with you.
On each side burns just as true.
There we go. Sorry, there was money on the line. You have to try harder. Faye's really good at this. And she's about to get better because she's going to have more points. Good plan. What you doing over there? You gonna jump across or anything? You just gonna keep shooting at Tizo? You are, aren't you? Spiteful Annie. Okay, you just murdered yourself. Interesting strat there. Okay, there you go.
Banners teach in turn. Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to try a little harder because I'm about to win. Come on, guys. Barker. Wow, you guys might be really easy to win against if I face off against you in in the Liberation Rite. Woo! Woo! I could have scored, but I'm like, I'm gonna win if I keep doing this. Do I have to stand still so you guys can win? I'm not even playing as a team that I like playing as. Two of these people are kind of miserable to control for me. I'm about to win again. Come on, guys. What do you... Wait, what? What's happening right now?
Oh, so close.
AI might be a little broken right now. I'm a little concerned. What's wrong with them? This is how... See, look how harmless Barker would be as a troublemaker if he got back to the Commonwealth. He can't even walk towards a goal correctly. Are you drunk, Barker? There we go. There we go. Just suiciding. Okay, come on, please score. Oh my god. Their AI broke. It's broken. Here you go. Here's your ball. Take it. Here you go, boy. Here you go. Don't make me make you win. There you go, boy. Who's your good boy? I thought he was gonna walk into the aura. Is this racist? Am I being racist right now? With the dog jokes? And is it okay to be racist when the race is not real? Come on, dude. Do I have to give it to you? Like, for real? Take it.
The orb quenches the flame.
I'm trying to get you to the liberation rite, even if I have to drag you there.
Unworthy.
Oh my god. I wonder if there's like a... I don't know if there's like a community for this game. Like, is Barker famous for being like the easiest foe or something? He just suicided. Good job.
Good.
I gave you the ball. What do you want from me? Score the ball. It's right there. There you go.
Alas.
Eventually figured it out. I have to run away from my goal and just stand in a corner because they'll suicide on me. Whoa, triple kill. Now I'm gonna respawn if they don't go fast enough. There we go.
It is done. The dissidents prevail. The scribes themselves surely have taken note.
That was really entertaining. That was really entertaining.
Let's end this night's proceedings.
Next time you want some pain, just look us up. Oh, did I do something wrong? We shall learn from this, and we shall grow stronger.
Bask now in the wisdom of the
It's really funny to watch him brag about how I let him win. Blessed are the scribes whose eternal wisdom shines upon us through the stars and illuminates the path to our salvation. Wait, what did I just say? Why? That was strange, but I feel so invigorated now? Maximum ranking. What was the one over here again? His saluting skill, yeah. Yeah, I want that charge up time
Forever
gone.
Cursed is Kelma Rope Collar.
Tizo gives thanks to Haub the Swallow for watching over and protecting him. If banished, drops an improved moon sign that boosts speed and stamina. When saluting his adversaries, Tizo turns into a fast-moving howler back. Tizo moves faster, yes. Tizo moves faster while using abilities, of course.
That Wilfred always was a little slow to pick things
Been a
up.
while since my last outing in the Rites, begging for your continued patience as I recollect the way. So what do your trees do? Probably the last tree I read. Legacies of the Old 100 Mines. Rite's Masteries enhancing a sap's ability to spawn saplings to protect his triumvirate. Wherever he traveled to Esclorian, he planted his roots and spread his wisdom to all those who would listen. If Wilfred's banished, a sapling shall automatically spawn near his pyre until he returns. That's pretty neat. After casting Sprout, Wilfred's saplings spawn faster than usual and gain a larger aura. Huh. After casting Sprout, Wilfred may remotely detonate a sapling in an aura blast. That's pretty cool too. While Wilfred and his allies are banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. Oh, that's the same effect as that other item, but it's his character. Once per rite, if Wilfred's adversaries extinguishes Pyre, it is restored by +10 instead? Damn. Oh, right. It's when it gets extinguished. I misinterpreted it as being a thing that happens if they score on you, like it would, instead of doing 25 damage, it would be +10 instead. It's like, ooh, yeah. But it means at the very end, the final hit, right, extinguish. So he actually has a lot of abilities that items have, apparently. When using a shield ability, Wilfred shields his allies as well. Just all of them? Wilfred permanently gains +5 hope, hastening how quickly he returns from banishment. Oh. Once per rite, if Wilfred's adversaries extinguish his pyre, it's restored by +40 instead. Damn. And it stacks. It specifically says that it does stack with other items that do similar effects. So you can make it so that when your adversaries win, you gain 40 health. That's not bad. That's essentially a 40% health boost for your team. That is not unsubstantial. I might go over that, yeah.
'Tis the wisdom of old 100 minds. Until the next Rite. If there even is to be another one.
Even the game's constantly warning me that there might not be more.